just 2 more days. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the latest data download on JP Dokkan and getting our confirmation on the start time for JP's live stream and the start of the 8th anniversary. So let's go ahead, let's hop on in. First off, shout out to Thieving6 over on his Dokkan Wiki page. Thanks to him, we have an exact start time for the 8th anniversary, and it looks like it is starting at 8 p.m. on January 28th on Hawaii Standard Time. So just make your adjustment for there for when that is for your time zone, right? If you're over on the East Coast, you're talking 2 hours ahead, you're looking at like a 10 p.m. start time, right? Very, very easy to figure that out. Now, we also know that shortly before this, about 2 hours before this at the same time, right, we are getting the live stream for the Dokkan Battle 8th anniversary over on the Bandai Namco YouTube channel. And we can see here in about 42 hours is when this is going to go live at 6 p.m. my time. So just 2 hours before the start. Now, this is interesting. Normally, the live stream occurs a little bit after, right? But it's occurring right before the start of the anniversary. And it makes me wonder if the banners are going to go live soon. It would make sense considering what we've seen in the data download, but who knows, right? We just know that officially the start time will be over here at 8 p.m. when these cards unlock. So from there, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the data download. Shout out to Proton10mg for collecting up all of this information, putting in one nice little Twitter thread for us. So let's go ahead, let's start take a look. We do have a new movie here that we're going to take a look at. I know normally I don't take a look at the PVs in the data download videos, but I just have to. I got to know what these look like, and I'm sure all of you are wanting to know the same. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to pause the music, we're going to turn up the volume, and we're going to take a look at this promotional video. So if you need to, go ahead, pause whatever you need to, turn up your volume, and let's take a look.
始めるぞ。用意をしろ。元気玉の用意だ。みんな、オラに元気を可能な限り分けてくれ。頼む。
Oh man, that looks so good.
宇宙のみんな。
Oh, these all the Universal Spirit Bomb. It looks so good.
Thank you. Dragon Ball. Thank you. 宇宙のみんな。
Wow. Wow. That is what they're opening with. That is awesome. Wow, it looks so good. I think they really did it justice. Wow. Oh man, I cannot wait to see the full animations when they do the live stream, right? Let me know in the comments. What did you guys think of that? Like, I'm floored. Like, the animations just look so clean. The GT one especially, like, it's got that effect on it. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it looks like you're watching an old CRT TV, right? For the GT one. For some reason, the Z one doesn't look like that. So this is interesting. And those, I believe, are only like the active skill finisher thing, whatever this new mechanic is. That's not even the super attack animations, right? I think that's just the animations for whatever their new mechanic is that launches the Spirit Bomb. So that's pretty neat. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are excited too. Let me know what you guys are thinking about that in the comments. I would love to hear you guys. So we do have other assets that were found in this recent data download. We have the Hercule. We have the Goku. This is the free-to-play login card. I kind of like Shinron with the little 8 here. That's pretty neat. I think they'll be... These units are never very good, but I have read that this guy is actually a nuking lead, which can make him kind of fun. I mean, I don't see anybody going out of their way to use these guys, but we'll have to see. We have the Fizz Mr. Satan and the Int Bobbity from the free-to-play story events, right? We have some assets for the stages for these different new events, like the intensive and offensive training with Goku. We have the Super Warrior Memorial Son Goku and Friends. This is the free-to-play story event. This is the Goku and Rivals story event. This is the Bobbity story event, I think, right? Stage 4 stages. That sounds about right for the start of these LR stages, right? Looks like the Worldwide Chaos is the drop rate for this one. For the Rivals one, makes sense, Worthy Rivals. And then Warriors Raised on Earth for the Goku and Friends one. So very, very interesting. Let's see. This is stage 1 of Come On Ultimate Shenron. I'm going to guess that this is the... Oh, this is the growth event. Okay, cool. Alright, so this is the event that's going to give you various growth items. This is the hard stage, right? So we have stage 1, 2, and 3 in the data now. Imagine the rest will be added later. So in the beginning, you can at least tackle the first 3 stages. Now, if you can tackle these before the LRs are released, that means they're probably going to be fairly easy compared to some of the other ones, but we'll go over what they can do in a minute. We have the assets for the battlefield images, some medals. We have the support memory from this one. Now this is interesting because now that we know what it does, it buffing Tenkaichi Budokai World Tournament characters. This is very interesting. It makes me wonder if we might see like a World Tournament card in this celebration. Like, again, I'm still kind of in the back of my mind hoping that somehow the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament will be shown somehow. Like maybe the LRs for part 2 are like Goku and Piccolo, but I mean that's a pipe dream, right? We've got the Shadow Dragons support memory. Now this is interesting because it supports Shadow Dragon Saga, specifically Extreme Allies, which is interesting. And it also gives Evil Dragon Edition category. I'm not quite sure what that is. I think that's a new category specifically for Shadow Dragons. That could also mean part 2 could be like an Omega Shenron. Who knows? This is really, really interesting. We have the assets for the 77 tickets and the Rainbow tickets. To be expected, Rainbow tickets. We have the 77 tickets we know are confirmed to give 3 LRs again this year. So make sure you grind those out when we get the full details for the missions. I will definitely put out a video showing you guys how to collect up the missions, because I know how difficult that is, especially on JP when, you know, not necessarily able to read the text in game. We have some new trade jewels. We have the 8th anniversary coin, right? But there's also this new item, which I'm unsure what it does. It's a spirit bomb, obviously, but not really sure what it's going to be used for. Maybe it's a drop item from one of the stages that you use to trade, but a little bit unsure of what it's used for. You have your red and purple stones used for purchasing up items. Now, we did get confirmation that there will be new characters added to this. So if you're on JP Dokkan, once we see those characters, I will definitely be putting out a video to let you know who you should pick with those. Same with the purple stone, right? I always like checking these ones out. Hopefully the list is updated and we get some good characters on there this time. Otherwise, we got a bunch of scripted assets from like the login screens, which are pretty cool. Some story event assets, and that is basically it. The big thing from this is the reveal of that promotional image and the little teaser of the new active skills for the characters. That's really the big thing. But through this data download, we did also get an idea of what the bosses do. So shout out to Air Dokkan for giving us the information. So for this new difficult event, we do have stage 1 is going to be against Hayes Shenron. Makes sense, right? Who we don't really know the full gimmick, but it looks like he just does supreme damage. On stage 2, we are Tech Rage Shenron, who can raise his own defense, which is interesting, and stun. Stage 3 is against Oceanus, and causes immense damage, stuns into Int Oceanus Shenron, which then... Okay, so first phase is AGL, the second phase is Ent, and can stun in both phases. Very interesting. Stage 4, which won't be unlocked right away, is against Naturon Shenron. Stage 5 against Nova. 6 against Ice, and 7 against Sen Shenron. Now, it looks like both phases of this one are Sen Shenron. I'm imagining maybe an Omega will be added later. I suppose we'll have to see. But they all have different gimmicks, right? Raising attack, lowering attack, stunning, lowering defense. That might be a pain. If you can lower defense in the final phase, that sucks, actually. That sucks a lot. Especially if this is going to be on the same level of the Pride of the Wicked Bloodline and Fighting Spirit of the Saints. Definitely going to be a big problem. But shout out to Air for putting this together for us, knowing what the Shadow Dragons are going to do in this new event. And then one final thing, we have the new category in the data download. The new category, most likely being led by the new characters, is called Power of Wishes. So shout out to Minato for putting out this little graphic here. These are all the characters in the new category. Makes sense. It sounds like, based on Power Wish, the name, characters who have either received energy or wished for more energy, not necessarily wished on the Dragon Balls, although it might be true for some. But you think if Spirit Bomb characters are on here, like Spirit Bomb Goku, or God Goku, who didn't necessarily use the Dragon Balls, it makes sense when they're asking for energy from other people, right? The Spirit Bomb, obviously, lend me your energy, makes sense, right? Although other characters like Zamasu or Piccolo gain their strength via a wish on the Dragon Ball. So I could definitely see this as being the case for the why the category is the way it is. But it does seem like a pretty solid category. Definitely a lot of overlap with certain types, but I mean, I would essentially call it the Spirit Bomb category, right? Very, very interesting. I like it. We'll have to see how the category actually functions in game. If you're using mostly Gokus, you're probably going to be fine, but we'll have to see how it works in game with the new LRs. But that is everything from the data download. We have an exciting time ahead of us. We just got 2 more days to wait until the start of the 8th anniversary, and just a little bit less until the start of the JP live stream, where we get the full details for the upcoming LRs. And I gotta say, guys, I am super excited here, and hopefully you are too. Let me know in the comments down below how hyped you guys are for the 8th anniversary. So anyways, guys, that's the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And like I said in the comments down below, let me know how hyped are you guys for the 8th anniversary. And you know what, let me know who you going for first. I kind of got my eye on the GT duo, but the more I look at that Super Spirit Bomb, kind of looking there too. So I'm excited. Hopefully you are too. And if nothing else, guys, thanks for watching, and aloha.